Chaplain Erika, and I'm a priest at St. Barnabas in Scottsdale. I'm a mom of 3 kids. I'm a weightlifter at the gym when the gym's open, and I like to do puzzles too. So once in a while, a time comes along that challenges us to adjust our expectations, to adjust our outlook a little bit, to reimagine what we believe to be possible, to maybe turn upside down and inside out what we truly feel can be accomplished. Once in a while, a time comes along when we know things are changing around us. Summer's here, but it's totally different. School was totally weird and different. Church, camp, all of this is on computers and tablets and smartphones, and so that once in a while that we know things are going to be different, it's happening right now.
Hi, my name is Chaplain Holly, and I am a priest here in your diocese at our cathedral, Trinity Cathedral in downtown Phoenix. And my husband and I live in Tempe. We mentor a teenage boy. We are parents of a 12-year-old Labrador Retriever, and I'm so pleased to be with you today. Wanted to share a little bit about what we're doing here at camp this year. You know, once in a while, ideas come along that are creative in new ways. They're ideas that inspire and illustrate the world around us in a different light. Ideas that break open a new story and how the love of God can shine brightly in our neighborhoods, in our cyber communities, our churches, our school communities, and in the world around us, and even in our own hearts. And those once in a while ideas, they're taking form. They're being realized and shaped and built right now.
So that once in a while thing, well, really it's all the time that God is creating people who are complex and generous and creative and artistic and inspiring and funny and challenging and amazing. They're all examples of God's great love in the world. All the time, God is creating people who hit snags, and they respond with sass, with style, and with soul. Those beautiful, clever, offbeat visionaries, they're you. Welcome to Chapel Rock and Summer Camp. We don't despair when snags hit our lives, because overcoming snags gives us sass. And when we have sass, we get style, and style gives us soul. And having soul does not disappoint, because God has poured out love into our hearts through the Holy Spirit. That's from Paul's letter to the Romans, chapter 5, verses 3 through 5. This is the lesson from the Holy Bible that sets the tone or the spirit for our entire week together. This little snippet of words straight from our family album. This week, we're going to share the stories of girls and women in the Bible who are much like you, whether you identify as a boy or a girl or non-binary. They're people who experience snags, times and events in their lives that are causing them suffering or pain, times and events that were really difficult, and they're going to tell what happens to them in those moments through their own eyes. We're going to share with you the stories of people who exhibit some sass, people who persevere, they push through those tough times. We're going to share about people who have style, who exhibit a lot of character, who make us go, wow, that person really has it together. And also about these people who share their souls with us, their hopes and their joys. All of these beloveds of God who pour out all of that love that God has for us, and they show us the ways to weather our own storms and challenges in life.
Welcome back. We're glad you're here again. So Here we are. We are in the thick of stories about women from our family album, the Holy Bible. And we've been talking about this passage about snags and sass and style and soul. And we just looked at the snags that Sarah and Mary came through. Tough stuff, right? Well, you know, we all hit snags in our lives, and what did Paul, the writer of this passage, know about snags anyway? Well, it turns out a lot. Paul was once arrested with his friends. He was with Silas after people became really very angry with him for sharing the power of Jesus with others. He was arrested, he was beaten, he was put in prison. Once he was dragged out of the temple and accused of stirring up riots, and a crowd nearly beat him to death. In total, he spent 2.5 years in prison and another 2.5 years under house arrest. Turns out when Paul hit a snag, he responded with sass. What's sass? Well, these next 2 stories are all about sass. They're stories about people with perseverance, persistence, determination, staying power. Again, our 2 stories come from the Old Testament, Jesus' Bible, and the New Testament. Again, I like to think of it as the Bible that Jesus had written for us as a gift for all of us. The next pair of women is Salome, who is the mother of James and John, the sons of thunder, and Ruth, the great protector of Naomi. So let's go back in time and hear from Salome. Salome, no, not Salome. Salome. And Ruth. Maybe I need a sandwich before we go.
Hi, I'm Salome. People don't often know too much about me because there isn't much written about me. I come into play right around when Jesus calls the disciples, so yep, you guessed it, I'm in the New Testament. What most people know is that I've got 2 sons, James and John, and my spouse is named Zebedee. I don't really make much of an appearance in the Bible, a bit in the canonical Gospels. That means the stories that actually show up in the Bible. That might be a tale for another day. And sometimes I show up in the apocryphal writings, and that means there's a lot of other stories that are widely circulated about me. Some people might say I've got sass, but I've seen some things. What most people know about me, though, is about my sons. They're called the Sons of Thunder. A lot of energy, those 2. They're amazing, colorful, hard-headed, too. You don't get a nickname like Sons of Thunder for no reason. I can tell you, they get it from their mother.
I am Ruth, and I am Sass. In a different way than we have seen, I am quiet Sass. I have my own book in the Old Testament. Okay, I am going to have to teach you this song since no one else has. So here's how it goes. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, and Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, and her 2 friends, 1st and 2nd Samuel. That's a shout out to Hannah. Woo woo! Anyway, back to quiet Sass. I'm not an Israelite. I'm a Moab. I'm different in my time. Mine is a long story of famine, poverty, death, and perseverance. I have quietly done what I believe is what is asked of me. That is where I have found my strength.
So
the rest of the story. Salome's sass and perseverance are displayed in a statement that would only come from a mother about sons that only a mother could love. Both Zebedee and Salome, by their life and teaching, prepared their children to follow Jesus. James and John, Salome's sons, never forgot the influence and instruction that they received at home from their parents, which is seen in their depth of devotion, the wide range of vision they had, and their godly joyousness that you can hear clearly in their writings. Salome remained a faithful disciple of Jesus up to the very end. She was present at the crucifixion, beholding that grim scene from far off, even after her two sons had withdrawn. And Ruth, well, you know, Ruth's story is pretty well chronicled in the book of Ruth. Elimelech, the spouse of Naomi, died, and her sons married, one of them marrying Ruth, and then they both died. All of this in the middle of a terrible famine and upheaval. We'll share the rest of that story when we talk about Naomi. But these two women help us to see that while God is always with us, we have all been given particular gifts of sass and perseverance that help us to help ourselves. God allows us opportunities to learn and grow so that we can be present and even productive when times are tough.
Hi friends, thank you so much for supporting my happy place and your happy place, Chapel Rock, and our summer camps. And we hope you will like our videos, click like here. And while you are at it, please subscribe to our diocesan YouTube page. And you stay sassy, Arizona.